video, finally. I know it's been a long time. It's been a few weeks and I said that I would be back to normal myself and making videos all the time. Just call off the lynch mob. I didn't realise that I was lying to you at the time. Disclaimer, I didn't realise it, but clearly I did. And I'm sorry for that, but I'm back. But I'm going to give like one final and last disclaimer. I'm not going to tell you any more what's going to be in my next video because you know that worked out so well before. Or when I'm going to have a new video up. It might be 2 weeks time, it might be 2 in the 1 week, but you know, it'll be a surprise. That'll be my final disclaimer. I'm sorry, just things have been getting so busy. But yeah, how are you? I hope you're good. And I actually have a book review for you this time. Oh my god, I know! So this book review is going to be on The White Queen by Philippa Gregory, and this is book 1 in the series The Cousins' War. Now if you saw my book haul a few videos ago, this was in my book haul, and I have the second one, The Red Queen, and Philippa Gregory said you can read them separately. It's not necessary to read the first one in the series to understand the second one, but you know, you can read them in series. Obviously they are part of a series. Like I said, this is book 1 in the Cousins' War, and the Cousins' War is a time in history, in English history. By the way, I'm a novice at English history, I just don't know a lot of it, but this book and the Cousins' War is set between 1464 and 1483, and it's over the time following the character Elizabeth Woodville. Now, she starts off as a follower of the House of Lancaster. In the Cousins' War, it is a fight between the houses of Lancaster and the houses of York. And originally, Elizabeth and her family were supporters of the houses of Lancaster until she meets the newly crowned King Edward on the side of the road with her 2 young boys from a previous marriage, and they instantly fall in love. And whilst it is a oh my god, madly fall in love romance between them, Elizabeth and her mum are all continually plotting. In the back of their mind they are still like, he's the King of England, I will be Queen of England, we will rule. And they switch allegiances, and because King Edward is of the House of York and the House of York are currently in power, so even though they were supporters of the House of Lancaster, once Elizabeth falls in love with King Edward and they get married, they switch alliances to the House of York. And I'm not ruining anything, by the way, it's called The White Queen. She has to become queen for any of this story to make sense, so I'm not ruining it yet. Not that I will. The book basically follows Elizabeth and her marriage to King Edward, the plotting, the different battles that Edward fights, their allegiances with the different families, trying to keep hold of the throne, because even though the House of York is in power at that time, the House of Lancaster does not give up at all. And in the second book, I think The Red Queen, that focuses on the Lancaster Queen. So, and it's continually referred to in the book of Margaret Beaufort of the House of Lancaster, and that's continually referred to. So it's a constant struggle over the 20-year period or so to hold on to the throne, even though they're in power. It's just not that simple. And it's not even between the houses of Lancaster that they're fighting, it's between the House of Lancaster and House of York. That's why they're calling it the Cousins' War, but it's not even a Cousins' War. It's like they're brothers. They're constantly trying to stop their brothers from overtaking the throne. So there's a lot of stuff in it. There's like the romance between Edward and Elizabeth, and it's actual romance, it's not just political. All the way through there's an actually really good story, and while Elizabeth is vengeful and scheming, she's also really delicate, and she really does fall in love with Edward. So there's a lot of dimensions to the character, and Philippa Gregory really wrote it really well. Another part of the book is that Elizabeth and her family, the Rivers family, are descended, or supposedly that's what they've been told growing up, is that they are descended from the water goddess Melusina, and that Elizabeth and her family have the sight and they can curse people and call on Melusina, and that's a big part of it, even though at the time there is the struggle between the between Christianity and trying to get rid of all those pagan cultures. So, but the Rivers family, although they like swore to the crown of and have like are the head of Christendom, as they would say, they're still continuously talking about the goddess Melusina, who has nothing to do with Christianity. But throughout the book, as you're following Elizabeth, there's also snippets from the story that Elizabeth and her family were told growing up about the goddess Melusina, and that's there's snippets of that the whole way through the book as well, so that's going back and forth. Like I said, the book is filled with romance and the political side to trying to maintain the throne and the battles that are fought, and they're just continuously plotting. There's revenge throughout it. It's really good and I really enjoyed it, and I'm just like I like learning about English history, and I just think it's really, really interesting. If you're not, then I don't think you're gonna like it if you don't like English history or that whole sort of genre, but I really enjoyed it and I like learning about that. And at the beginning there's the Earl of Warwick, who is the kingmaker who made King Edward, and I was just in Warwick, that's near where I lived, and there was a whole exhibition kind of thing in Warwick Castle about Kingmaker, and I didn't realise that was going to be in the book, so that was really cool for me to read. I was like, oh, I was there and I saw it, and oh, it was amazing. So there was that, so which I found really interesting about learning about the Earl of Warwick as well. But yeah, I thought it was a really good book. It really mixes the political and the romance and everything else together. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, and the reason I'm not giving it a 5 out of 5, even though I really, really did enjoy it, is there's something missing. I don't know how to really describe it. It was a really good book, but it didn't kind of have the oh my god factor. So 4 out of 5. I think it's definitely worth a read, and I will be reading The Red Queen because I definitely want to find out about the Lancaster side of the family. This was very disjointed. I still hope you liked it though, and I'm sorry I've been away for so long. But yeah, that is The White Queen by Philippa Gregory, which is book 1 in the Cousins War series. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're good, and I will see you in my next video whenever that may be. Bye.